Would you like to go for a ride? Either one of you. You can come with me. Literally. Alright, so let's continue on our road trip. We're going to Nice. Now, I don't really know what car class or car championship to use. I kind of want to do some hot hatch stuff. We got super hot hatch, vintage hot hatch, or standard hot hatch. Let's do super hot hatch. Why? Because hell yeah. So I asked you guys in a recent a video about what you guys wanted me to talk about. So some people said, hey, talk about some school stories from high school and stuff like that. So that is exactly what I will do in a little bit. But I just wanted to talk about this car. I wanted to talk about this car for a little bit. So for those who don't know, for all those new subscribers out there, because I know there are a lot of you guys who have found my channel within the past week or so, some of you guys may not know that in real life I have not this car, but a car very, very similar to this. I have a nice XP board back there. I'll go get it later. Whoa! I have myself a Golf R32, which actually looks quite similar to this, from the back at least. The back, this one has some different rear lights. That's about it from the back. From the front, mine has a chrome grille in the front there, as opposed to the black sort of line there. Oh, someone just... Jeff! You just murdered someone! Jeff! That's rude. He's murdering everyone. Jeff the murder guy. It's a mix between this and the other R30, or this Golf R and the R32 in this game, because it's an R32, so it's got the VR6 engine, 3.2 liter V6, but then it looks similar to this one, more so than the 2004 one. Blah, 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 blah. If you want to drive around in my car in this game, you can't, because it's the only one they didn't include. But, rip it through these tunnels. Oh my god, the sound is amazing. Orgasmic sounds, or orgasms happening inside the car as well, but we'll forget about that one. Not me, the girl sitting next to me, obviously. Or the one I made up. That's, yeah. So, yeah, if you want to know a little bit about my car, I made some car vlogs talking about it, which you can go and watch. I will link them in the description below. I'll make a playlist of them, and, hey, you can go watch me in my car drive about and talk about my car and stuff and things, so.
These little hatches always give us some exciting races. And with you behind the wheel, I'm sure this will be no exception.
Are you implying that I'm going to roll the car? I think you are, and that's quite rude, but 110% true. So, yeah, like I said, you guys wanted me to talk about some school stories that happened to me in high school, so that's what I'm going to do today. So, yeah. So, in my high school, I'm in Canada, right? And usually, it's quite cold here. So, in my high school, we didn't have air conditioning. We just had, like, these fans in the ceiling that would basically cool us down, because it never got really, really hot in the school year and stuff like that. And some people in our classroom thought it would be a good idea to start throwing things into these fans, which were going at full power. Fans going at full throttle, spinning around, and people tried to throw different objects into the fans. So it started off small, right? Maybe your erasers, we toss them up, hit the ceiling fan as it's going, boom, hits it, fires across the room. As we sort of learned, it's more fun to throw bigger things into the fans. So we started throwing tissue boxes, which would make the most enormous noise. It'd just go bang like a gun going off, and then that would go firing across the room. And we realized we could aim the tissue box depending on where we threw it into the fan. So, being us, we decided to aim it at people in the classroom. So, what we managed to do, aim it at certain people, hit them right in the head. And then, hitting people in the head, not good enough. So we ended up throwing one into the fan, shot it out the window. Tissue. We're like on the 3rd floor. Keep that in mind. We're like on the 3rd floor of the school, and we're throwing a tissue box up in the air. Our window's wide open. Boom, out the window. Tissue. Imagine walking on the street and just like, oh, tissue box just fell out the room. And like, oh, it'd be too funny to see. So yeah, again, with tissue boxes, we learned it's more fun to throw bigger objects into the fans. Now, what type of object would you think would be a little bit bigger than a tissue box? No, not a binder. No, not a textbook. A fucking chair. Some guy picked up a chair, his classroom chair, and whipped it into the fan, and he ended up breaking the fan, and he got suspended. But that did happen, and it was incredibly, incredibly funny. But anyways, the story goes on. Let's go to the next race, and I'll continue on talking about my school stories. So we stopped throwing things into the fan for a little while, a day or two, and then we thought it would be a good idea to throw things into the fan that would explode. Sort of like a muffin. So one guy goes to the cafeteria at our school, picks up a muffin, and throws it into the fan, and as you can imagine, muffin explodes everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. The entire classroom, walls, ceilings, floors, people's desks, teachers' desks, blackboard, everything, oh, wow, covered in chocolate muffin. So, that's one of the more ridiculous things we did in high school. We're kind of stupid, I know. And, yeah. So if you have fans at your school, I urge you not to throw things into fans. It won't be funny whatsoever. We've already done it. Another really good one is that, you know how in schools and like a lot of buildings like that have like these spongy sort of roofs. They're not like real roofs. I don't really know what the correct term is for them. It's a like study hall or study time, whatever. Basically a time where we are supposed to study, but you know, being us, we didn't study. We were sort of watching YouTube videos and looking up cars and stuff, because obviously us. So we were doing that, right? And some people, when the teacher walked out of the room, we thought, or some people thought, it would be funny if we threw people's pencils into the ceiling. So it's like that ceiling that is sort of like, I don't know what the correct term is for it, but you can throw things into it. So if you sharpen a pencil and throw it at the correct, I don't know, angle and hardness, you can get it stuck in the ceiling. So we realized this, and anyways, blah blah blah. A couple days go by after we've realized that we can throw people's pencils into the ceiling. So what we decided to do is, or not we, some guy decided to do is, he went up to the front of the class, blew his nose, blah 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 blah, and then he walked past another guy's desk and picked up his pencil he was writing. So he like took it out of his hand, and one shot whipped it up, got it stuck in the roof, and it was there for the rest of the month. We're all just sitting there. It's the middle of math class. He walks past the guy's desk, rips the pencil out of his hand, roofs it into the ceiling, one shot, gets it stuck, and it's there for the rest of the month. It was too funny. The guy even was like raging at him like, why would you do that? What? It was too funny. So there's another one of my infamous high school stories. We screwed around a lot. So, alright, final race, final story. So, for our graduation in grade 11, we graduated in grade 11 in Canada, or in Quebec actually, because we're crazy and stupid. But we graduated in grade 11 here, and for our graduation, our school decided to organize a trip for us to go to New York City. So, in New York City, we got to choose who was in our room. So, I was with Willie, Marco, and another one of our friends who will actually be starting to be in some videos, so that should be fun. So we're all in a hotel room together in New York City, and so first night goes by. We decide that it's a little hot, you know, in the room, so we decide to crank the air conditioner to the minimum it would go. And all right, blah 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 blah. We don't really notice it the first sort of night really, until around 3 in the morning, where I shit you not, it was about to start snowing in our room. We could have probably frozen some water in our room. It was that cold. So, fun fact, or well, tip for the future, don't ever max the air conditioner in a hotel room. We thought it'd be funny to see who could go the longest, and yeah, we all almost died. even with our Canadian superpowers for staying outside in the winter. Didn't work. On night number 2, we were in our hotel room, and the science teacher, our science teacher, was in the room right next to us. So, I think it's around 12 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning now. We're in our room, screwing around, blah, blah, blah. Marco's watching his porn, and we just hear things happening from his phone. My friend and I, we're in our room, turn the TV on, Big Bang Theory's on. And knowing us, we bang on the science teacher's room, through our wall, go, "Sir, Big Bang Theory's on, new episode of the Big Bang Theory." And yeah, he wasn't pleased with that, and we didn't actually get in trouble for it. He was like some 25-year-old dude, super cool teacher, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. So there you go. Those are some of my high school stories. We are finished this Horizon Championship with our super hot hatches.
Okay, that was the last championship of this road trip, which brings our time at Nice Messena to a close. Meet up at the hub and we'll set off back to the festival for the awards party.
We gotta go back to the awards party? Well, I think we will do that next part. Hopefully you've enjoyed some of my school stories. I know a lot of you guys wanted to hear me actually talk about some of my stories, so there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, like, and stuff and things. Anyways, guys, thank you again very, very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!